Here is a story that weaves together all four perspectives: quantum, simulated reality, spiritual, and psychological, told through the eyes of one soul experiencing déjà vu across dimensions. The moment before the clock turned, Adela stood in the middle of the old train station, the kind with vaulted ceilings and clocks that echoed louder than footfalls. She looked up at the platform sign, Gate 7B, 3:14 p.m. Something rippled through her. She froze. A sharp wave of recognition hit her. I've been here before. The air thickened. Time slowed. She turned slowly to her left, and just as expected, a man with a red umbrella passed her, nodding. Her hand lifted without thinking. She checked the clock above. 3:14 p.m. again. No movement. No ticking. Everything felt like a loop, as if reality hiccuped. Quantum timeline perspective. In another universe, Alara missed the train entirely. In that branch of reality, she stayed on a different path, one that never led to her true calling. At this very moment, across the multiverse, threads of her consciousness collided, choosing this track instead. The déjà vu was a signal. You've done this before, but this time, you're doing it right. The reset wasn't a loop. It was a course correction. A subtle nudge by the universe to say, you've just jumped timelines. Simulated reality perspective. Behind the veil of her senses, code recalculated. The simulation had just re-rendered the train station due to a tiny glitch. Perhaps Alara's awareness spiked to suddenly, piercing the fabric of programmed reality. The déjà vu she felt? A byproduct of that rendering, a memory fragment bleeding into her current loop. Checking the clock was instinct. The clock is a fixed anchor, used to sync experiences across simulations. The feeling of time resetting was the system recalibrating her awareness, closing the gap between what was rendered and what was perceived. Spiritual or Akashic perspective. Her soul recognized this exact moment, not from this life, but from another passage, another time. Maybe she'd dreamt it. Maybe she lived it centuries ago in another form. The Akashic memory was surfacing. Alara's déjà vu wasn't just memory, it was remembrance. She had chosen this moment before incarnating. The platform, the man with the red umbrella, even the silence of the station, it was all a marker in her soul's journey. A sacred moment of alignment. When she checked the time, it wasn't to confirm when she was, but to witness the cosmic appointment her higher self made long ago. Psychological perspective. Inside her brain, the medial temporal lobe had just misfired, processing present sensory input along pathways usually reserved for long-term memory. That's all it was, science would say. The feeling of familiarity, a trick of neurons. The clock-checking behavior, just a coincidence, maybe spurred by subconscious routine. The brain stores time patterns, after all. It recreates familiarity, whether real or not. But Alara knew something deeper was at play. Back in the station, she blinked. The clock finally ticked forward. 3:15. The man was gone. A breeze rushed through the corridor. Déjà vu faded, like mist burned off by sunlight. And yet, Alara walked forward, heart steady. She didn't know if it was the universe, the code, the soul, or the brain. But she knew she was exactly where she was meant to be.